Okay, students, class 12th CBSE English medium mathematics. Okay, today we are studying vector algebra, and this is in continuation of the previous videos. This is fourth part of the introduction of algebra of vectors. Okay, and today we will discuss about the product of the vectors. Okay, and probably we will discuss about only the dot product of two vectors. Students, you know the multiplication or the product is always an important operation. Okay, so far when we multiply two numbers we get a numbers. Okay, and multiplication of two number can be done in only one way. Okay, just like 12 into 12 equals to 144. Okay, the product of matrices is again a matrix. Product of matrices, two matrices is again a matrix, and the product of functions can also be done in two ways. It is pointwise product of two functions, and the composition of two function is again a product of two function or three function. Okay, more than two function. Okay, now we are talking about the product of two vectors. Product of two vectors also can be completed in two ways. Product of two vectors is done in two ways. First of all, it is dot product, and other one is the cross product. Okay, and when we multiply two vectors in dot product way, we get a scalar. We get a scalar. That is why it is also called as scalar product. Okay, so today we will discuss more about the scalar or the dot product. Okay, so the topic is scalar or dot product of two vectors. Okay, so let us have two vector, a vector and b vector. A vector and b vector. These are two non-zero vectors. Okay, then their dot product is defined as a vector dot b vector equals to magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector, cos of theta. Okay, so dot product of two vector is defined in this way. Here a vector is a number, real number, b vector is again a real number, and cos theta is also a real number. That is why a vector dot b vector means dot product of two vector is a real number, that is scalar. Okay, that is why it is called as scalar product. Now we will discuss about the angle between two vectors. So angle between two vectors. Okay, let a vector and b vector are two non-zero vectors. We are talking about non-zero vectors. Okay, so a vector and b vector are two non-zero vectors. That is why cos theta is equals to a vector dot b vector divided by magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector. Okay, so cos theta is equals to a vector dot b vector divided by magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector. Okay, we are talking about the non-zero vector, because if either a vector equals to 0 or b vector equals to 0, or both the vectors are equals to 0, means both vector are 0 vector, then angle between them will not be defined. Okay, then theta will not be defined if either of the vector is 0 vector. Okay, that is why we are taking the non-zero vectors. That is a vector and b vector. Okay, now we will convert this a vector means we will convert this angle between two vectors in a component form. Okay, if a vector equals to a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap and b vector is equals to b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap, then cos theta means a vector dot b vector. So first of all we will find a vector dot b vector. So a vector dot b vector is equals to a vector dot b vector is equals to a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3. We will discuss this product later on in this episode of video. Okay, so a vector dot b vector equals to a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3 and modulus of a vector is equals to under root a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square. We have already discussed this modulus of a vector. Again, modulus of b vector is equals to under root a2 square under root b1 square plus b2 square plus b3 square. Okay, so after putting these three values in cos theta, we will have cos theta is equals to a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3 divided by under root a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square multiplied by b1 square plus b2 square plus b3 square can be write down as summation a1 a2 divided by under root summation a1 square under root summation b1 square. Okay, this can be write down as in summation form. Okay, so this is the component form of the angle between two vectors, that is a vector and b vector. Okay, this is an important formula. And we will use this formula throughout this chapter and in next chapter, that is three-dimensional geometry. Okay, so this formula is important for all of you. Now we will discuss about the condition of perpendicularity and condition of parallelism between two vectors. Okay, so condition of the perpendicularity of two vectors. Condition of the perpendicularity of two vectors. Condition of perpendicularity of two vectors. Two non-zero vectors. Okay, so cos theta is equals to a vector dot b vector divided by magnitude a vector magnitude b vector. Okay, so if theta is equals to 90 degree, that is pi by 2 between two non-zero vectors, then cos pi by 2 is equals to 0. Cos pi by 2 is equals to 0. So cos pi by 2 is equals to 0. A vector dot b vector divided by magnitude a vector magnitude b vector is equals to 0. Okay, so a vector dot b vector is equals to 0 multiplied by modulus a vector modulus b vector equals to 0. So what is the condition of perpendicularity? If a vector and b vector are perpendicular, if a vector is perpendicular to the b vector, then this implies a vector dot b vector is equals to 0, means dot product equals to 0. Or if dot product is equals to 0, then the given vectors are perpendicular if they are not zero vectors. So condition of perpendicularity is a vector dot b vector equal to 0. And in component form, if a vector perpendicular to b vector, then this implies that a A1 A2 plus A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3 is equals to 0. That is summation A1 B1 is equals to 0. Okay, this relation is vice versa. Vice versa means if dot product is equals to 0, means A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3 equals to 0, then both the vectors are perpendicular, and if vectors are perpendicular, then this product, sum of product is equals to 0. Okay, so this is the condition of perpendicularity. Now we will discuss about the condition of parallelism of two vectors. Condition of the parallelism of two vectors, non-zero vectors. Actually non-zero vectors we are discussing non-zero vectors. Parallelism, condition of parallelism of two non-zero vectors. Non-zero vectors. Okay, parallelism. Parallelism means either they have the angle 0 degree or they have the angle 180 degree. Okay, so if theta equals to 0 degree or theta equals to pi, then cos theta is equals to 0 or cos theta is equals to means cos 0 equals to 1 or cos theta equals to cos pi equals to -1. So if vectors are parallel, then cos theta is equals to plus minus 1. Okay, means cos theta is equals to plus minus 1. So cos theta is equals to a vector dot b vector divided by magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector is equals to plus minus 1. Cos theta is equals to plus minus 1 when the two vectors are parallel. Okay, so solving this, a vector dot b vector is equals to plus minus magnitude a vector, magnitude b vector. We are having in component form a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3 is equals to plus minus under root a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square multiply by under root b1 square plus b2 square plus b3 square. Okay, after solving these, we are having a1 upon b1 is equals to a2 upon b2 equals to a3 upon b3. After solving this relationship using the Lagrange identity, we will have the relation a1 upon b1 equals to a2 upon b2 equals to a3 upon b3. Okay, so this is the condition for the parallelism of two vectors. The condition of perpendicularity and condition of parallelism are important as far as the vectors are concerned. Okay, these conditions will be used throughout this chapter and in next chapter also. Okay, so now let us take the condition of now we will discuss the unit perpendicular vectors. Unit perpendicular vectors, their dot product. Okay, so let us have, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and this is z-axis. X-axis, y-axis, and z-axis, all these are mutually perpendicular, that is perpendicular to each other. Okay, now if I cap is the unit vector in the direction of positive x-axis, and j cap is the unit vector in the direction of y-axis, and k cap is the unit vector in the direction of z-axis, as we have already discussed. I cap, j cap, and k cap are the unit perpendicular vectors, means they are mutually perpendicular. Okay, means they are along the positive x-axis, positive y-axis and positive z-axis. Okay, now we will discuss the dot product of all these. That is, we will discuss I cap dot I cap. I cap dot I cap equals to magnitude of I cap, magnitude of I cap cos of 0 degree. I cap the same unit vector, so that angle will be equals to 0 degree. So I cap dot I cap equals to magnitude of I cap, magnitude of I cap cos 0 degree, using the formula A vector dot B vector equals to magnitude A vector, magnitude B vector cos of theta. Okay, theta is equals to 0 degree. Theta equals to 0, cos 0 equal to 1. This is unit vector, so magnitude is 1, 1, 1. Okay, so I cap dot I cap equals to I cap dot I cap is equals to 1. I cap dot I cap is equals to 1. Similarly j cap dot j cap equals to 1 and k cap dot k cap is also equals to 1. Okay, now I cap dot j cap equals to angle between I cap and j cap is 90 degree. Is 90 degree. Magnitude of I cap, magnitude of j cap cos of pi by 2. 90 degree. They are mutually perpendicular. I cap, j cap and k cap are mutually perpendicular. That is why angle between them is 90 degree. So cos 90 is equals to 0. Everybody knows cos 90 is equals to 0. That is why 1 into 0 is equals to 0. So I cap dot j cap is equals to 0, and similarly j cap dot k cap is equals to 0 and k cap dot I cap is also equals to 0. Okay, so these are the 6 relations or the 6 values that we should have learned directly. I cap dot I cap equals to 1, I cap dot j cap equals to 0. Okay, we will use these values whenever we will find the dot product between two vectors. As we are finding the dot product between a vector and b vector. A vector and b vector. For example, we are finding the dot product between a vector and b vector. Okay, so write down the a vector in component form: a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap, and dot product with b vector, that is b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. Okay, so dot product is equals to, we will have 3 3 9 terms. 9 terms, that is a1 b1 I cap dot I cap plus a1 b2 I cap dot j cap plus a1 b3 I cap dot k cap plus now a2 b1 I cap dot j cap dot I cap dot I cap plus a2 b2 j cap dot j cap plus a2 b3 j cap dot k cap, and then a3 b1 k cap dot I cap plus a3 b2 k cap dot j cap plus a3 b3 k cap dot k cap. Okay, we are finding the dot product between two vectors, a vector and b vectors. Okay, now we know that I cap dot I cap equals to 1, j cap dot j cap is equals to 1, and k cap dot k cap equals to 1. Okay, so the values underlined values having the underlined values are 1. Okay, so this is equals to 1, but I cap dot j cap and all the remaining terms are 0. All the remaining terms are 0. This is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this one is 0, again this one is 0, and this one is also 0. So 6 terms are 0, only 3 terms are remaining non-zero. Okay, so a1 b1 into 1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3. Okay, means the corresponding components will multiplied. Okay, a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3, and this is equals to a vector dot b vector. Okay, since the perpendicularity of two vectors says that a vector is perpendicular to b vector, implies that a vector dot b vector equals to 0, implies that a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3 is equals to 0. Means the product of corresponding terms, sum of the product of corresponding terms is equals to 0. This is the condition of perpendicularity of two vectors. Okay, now we will take the another topic. Another topic related to this is projection of a vector on another vector. Projection of a vector on another vector. Projection of a vector on another vector. This is an important topic also. Projection of a vector on another vector. Okay, so let this is b vector and this is a vector, and angle between them is theta. Angle between them is theta. Okay, now we are finding the projection of vector b on a vector. Projection of b vector on a vector. Okay, so we know that theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. Theta is the angle between two vectors, that is a vector and b vectors. Okay, that is why a vector dot b vector can be write down as magnitude of a vector, magnitude of b vector, cos of theta. Cos of theta. Now this can be write down as magnitude of a vector and multiplication of b vector cos of theta. All these are real number. All these are real number, that is why they can be separated from each other. Cos theta can be separated from b, can be separated from a also. Okay, so this can be write down as a vector dot magnitude of b vector into cos theta. Okay, now have a look at this diagram. Let this point is P point, and draw a perpendicular on this. So projection of this point, this OP, projection of this is just like the shadow of OP on OA. OP on OA is OP. Okay, shadow of vector B on vector A is the projection. Okay, so the projection of this B vector is magnitude B vector cos of theta. Okay, horizontal component of magnitude B, that is magnitude B vector cos of theta is the projection of B vector. Okay, so this is the projection of B vector on A vector. So it can be write down as A vector dot B vector equals to magnitude A vector, and this is the projection of B vector on A vector. This is the projection of B vector on A vector. Okay, so what we are finding? We are finding the projection of vector B on another vector A vector, or here the projection is this. So projection is equals to projection of B vector on A vector is equals to A vector dot B vector divided by magnitude of A vector. Magnitude of A vector. Okay, so this is the projection. This is the projection of a vector B vector on another vector, that is this. This can be written down as A vector divided by magnitude A vector dot B vector. Okay, so this is equals to A cap dot B vector. So projection of B vector on A vector can also be written down as A cap dot B vector. A cap dot B vector. Now if we take the reverse relation means projection of A vector on B vector, then it can be written down as B cap dot A vector. This is the projection of A vector on B vector. Okay, so now this was all about the projection of the. Now we will discuss some more relation related to the dot product, that is Cauchy's relation or Cauchy's inequality. Cauchy's inequality or Cauchy's relation. Okay, so let us have the Cauchy's inequality. What does mean by what is the Cauchy's inequality? Okay, we will discuss the Cauchy's inequality. Let A vector and B vector are any two. Let its statement is let A vector and B vector are any two non-zero vectors. Okay, A vector and B vector are any two non-zero vectors. Then A vector dot B vector. A vector dot B vector, magnitude of A vector dot B vector is less than equals to magnitude of A vector magnitude of B vector. Okay, this is the Cauchy's inequality. Okay, we are discussing here the proof of this inequality. Okay, so let theta be the angle between A vector and B vector. Then when theta is the angle, then A vector dot B vector is equals to magnitude of A vector and magnitude of B vector cos of theta, and from this we can write down cos theta is equals to A vector dot B vector and divided by magnitude of A vector magnitude of B vector. Okay, so this is the angle between two non-zero vector, and by which we can find cos theta is equals to A vector dot B vector divided by magnitude of A vector magnitude of B vector. We know that. Now we know that cos theta lies between -1 and +1. Cos theta always lies between -1 and +1. Okay, then modulus cos theta always lies between 0 and 1. Okay, so it is less than equals to 0. Okay, we will take this relation to prove the Cauchy's inequality. Modulus cos theta is less than equals to 1 always. Okay, so modulus cos theta means cos theta equals to A vector dot B vector divided by modulus of A vector modulus of B vector is less than equals to 1. Now cross multiplying this we will have A vector dot B vector is less than equals to magnitude of A vector magnitude of B vector. Okay, this quantity is already positive, so why to put the sign of magnitude? So remove the sign of magnitude. A vector dot B vector magnitude is less than equals to magnitude A vector magnitude B vector. Okay, so this is the relationship. This is the Cauchy's inequality that we have proved. Okay, so today today we have discussed a lot of about the dot product, that is scalar product. Why this is scalar product? Because when we dot product two vectors, two non-zero vectors, we have a scalar, we have a real number. That is why it is said to be the scalar quantity, and this product is mostly used to find the angle between two vectors. Okay, so this is all about the dot product.